Alright, let's be honest for a moment. There's still this old belief floating around that being attractive or stylish only belongs to young women. That once a woman reaches a certain age, she's supposed to quiet down her personality, blend into the background, and start dressing according to some invisible rulebook written decades ago. But the truth is, that idea isn't just outdated anymore. It's completely false. In reality, countless studies, conversations, and the honest opinions of many men show something very different. Older women don't lose their energy or appeal with age. If anything, they often become even more magnetic because they carry stronger self-confidence, deeper life experience, and a clearer sense of personal style. There's a presence they have that simply can't be overlooked. And here's the interesting part: it has nothing to do with chasing youth or trying to look like someone in her 20s. It's about embracing who you are in this stage of life, dressing with purpose, and understanding what naturally catches a man's eye and keeps his attention. So, what actually makes a man pause and look at a woman? It's not only tight dresses or low-cut tops. It's a combination of smart clothing choices, subtle psychological signals, and the way these things reflect a woman's inner confidence and unique personality. This guide breaks down the outfits older women wear that men find incredibly appealing, often more than they openly admit. And honestly, a few of these may truly surprise you. Let's start with something classic that a lot of people forget about: a great pair of well-fitted jeans. Not the low-rise, overly tight styles meant for teenagers, but denim that fits your body in a natural and flattering way. Jeans that shape your figure without trying too hard. Research from the Journal of Fashion Marketing and Management shows that what men actually notice the most isn't the label or the price tag, it's the fit. Over and over again, men rated women wearing clothing that fit correctly as more attractive no matter the trend. And with jeans, this becomes even more obvious. A pair of high-waisted jeans that highlight your curves doesn't scream for attention. Instead, it quietly expresses confidence, comfort, and quiet self-assurance. A UK survey mentioned by the Daily Mail shared that 74% of men said a woman wearing jeans with a simple top looked more appealing than someone overdressed for an everyday outing. It feels real, relatable, natural, and effortless in a way that stays with them. Now, if this situation sounds familiar and you've ever wondered why a man suddenly pulled back when everything seemed fine, there's a useful tool called the 7-step male mind decoder. It gives practical insight into what's happening in a man's mind, even when he says nothing at all. You can learn how to understand his actions, recognize whether he's truly committed, and stop stressing or overthinking situations. It's completely free, and the link is in the description. Next, let's talk about something simple but surprisingly powerful: the crisp white shirt. There's something timeless and universally attractive about a clean white button-down. It's neat yet soft, structured yet feminine. It shows your neckline, hints at your natural shape without revealing much, and matches effortlessly with jeans, leather pants, skirts, or dress slacks. When men are asked which outfits catch their attention the most, this one appears near the top every time. It doesn't beg for eyes. It gives off a calm, confident energy. A lifestyle survey by the Huffington Post found that men rated a white shirt paired with jeans as the most appealing casual look. The message is simple and clear. Confidence, simplicity, and elegance are timeless. The charm comes from the contrast. A clean, crisp shirt with 1 or 2 buttons undone looks polished yet approachable. That's exactly the moment when men notice. It's gentle, quiet, and strangely unforgettable. Shoes also play a bigger role than people may think. Forget those 6-inch heels you may have worn in your 20s. Today, being attractive isn't about wobbling or struggling to walk. Psychology Today found that most men think the perfect heel height for women over 40 is between 2 and 3 inches. Why? Because it looks confident, graceful, and feminine without appearing forced. Low to mid heels lengthen your legs, improve posture, and give you a smoother, more natural walk. Men pick up on this immediately. It sends a message of poise and presence. A woman who walks into a room in shoes that support her body and give her a confident stride gets noticed instantly. She doesn't look uncomfortable or like she's trying too hard to impress anyone. She moves like she owns the space she's in. That's the difference between dressing for approval and dressing with true self-assurance. Timeless accessories matter too. Think strong statement necklaces, elegant earrings, or a silk scarf gently wrapped around your shoulders. These items aren't just little extras, they're powerful details. They pull the eyes upward, highlight your natural features, and express a sense of style that's intentional and thoughtful. Men often notice these small touches much more than you may imagine. It's not the price of the accessory they remember, but the impression it creates, the care, the confidence, the sense that you're fully aware of who you are and what looks good on you. It communicates quietly yet clearly. I know myself and I choose what I wear with intention. The classic black dress will always be a favorite. But today's version of sexy isn't about how tight or revealing it is. It's about the cut, the fabric, and the way the dress moves with your body. A flowing black dress that shapes your figure without hugging too tightly creates an air of mystery. It doesn't shout for attention, it gently draws someone in. Men describe this look as classy, timeless, and irresistibly appealing, especially when it's paired with soft makeup and simple jewelry. It ignites curiosity. It adds that touch of elegance that leaves a lasting impression without trying to dominate the room. Don't overlook the power of fabrics either. Materials like cashmere, silk, and soft cotton make a bigger difference than many people realize. Men might not always know what the fabric is called, but they definitely notice how it feels, how it moves, and how it catches the light. A silk blouse or a smooth cashmere sweater can feel sensual without needing to be bold or flashy. It's not just about how it looks, it's also about how it makes you feel when you're wearing it. When you feel steady, beautiful, and comfortable in your skin, he senses that energy immediately. Color also has a stronger impact than most people think. Black and white are timeless classics, but bold reds, deep jewel tones, and soft, earthy shades that match your skin tone can completely transform your look. Red, especially, has been scientifically linked to attraction. It's associated with warmth, passion, and confidence. And it doesn't need to be a red dress. It could be a red lip, a burgundy scarf, or even a pair of deep red shoes. The effect is subtle, but it leaves a strong impression. I know the effect I create, and many women underestimate theirs. In truth, the most attractive thing an older woman wears isn't a dress, a blouse, or a pair of heels. It's the energy she carries while choosing clothes that feel true to who she is. It's the way she walks into a room without checking whether anyone approves. It's the quiet confidence of dressing to honor herself, not to impress strangers. Men notice this, and they feel it more strongly than most women imagine. So if you've ever wondered whether men still pay attention to you as you grow older, the answer is absolutely yes. In many cases, they notice you even more because your presence carries depth and certainty. But the truth is, it isn't just the outfit, it's the woman wearing the outfit. Every step, every small detail, every movement sends a message without you having to say a word. You don't need to dress younger or compete with anyone. You simply need to dress as your most confident and bright self, the version of you that has lived, learned, loved, and grown. No age can limit that kind of radiance. It comes from within, and men recognize it almost instantly. Silk and satin tops deserve special attention because they create an effect that is subtle yet powerful. Texture matters more than people realize. Even if a man can't explain why he finds it appealing, he reacts to the softness and movement of these fabrics. A study published in the Consumer Research Journal showed that men rated silk and satin as the most inviting and attractive materials. There's a reason for that. Silk reflects light softly and moves in a smooth, fluid way. It doesn't shout for attention, it whispers with charm. For women over 40 or 50, a silk blouse sends a message of self-respect, care, and timeless elegance. It shows that you take pride in how you present yourself, not for others, but because it represents how you feel on the inside. When paired with classic denim, high-waisted trousers, or even a refined pencil skirt, silk creates a graceful look that quietly draws attention. It's the type of outfit that can make someone stop mid-conversation simply because the way it drapes and flows is mesmerizing. Pencil skirts are another classic choice that never loses its appeal. They flatter the body without being overly tight, offering the perfect blend of class and subtle sensuality. Research on clothing shapes from New York University found that pencil skirts ranked second only to fitted jeans as the most attractive lower body style for women over 40. That is a meaningful discovery because it reveals something deeper. Pencil skirts highlight the natural waist-to-hip shape that men are instinctively drawn to. They show just enough structure to emphasize your shape while keeping everything polished and refined. Pencil skirts prove that a woman does not have to reveal a lot of skin to turn heads. She can dress modestly and still look incredibly appealing. The soft outline of curves beneath the fabric, the gentle sway as she walks, the quiet confidence in her step. These elements work together in a way that is captivating without trying too hard. It shows that real charm comes from how you carry yourself, not from how much you expose. Even the simplest fashion choices hold meaning. A mid-height heel elevates your posture and gives you a more graceful rhythm when you walk. A leather jacket adds boldness and a touch of strength. A red top or dress naturally attracts the eye because the color signals warmth and confidence. Silk and satin speak through touch and movement, and a pencil skirt expresses balance, elegance, and sensuality existing together without competing. What attracts men isn't the fabric or the color alone. It's the way these choices affect how you feel inside. It's the poise, the steadiness, the natural ease that comes when you enjoy what you're wearing. A woman who dresses with intention does not look for approval. She chooses what makes her feel grounded, beautiful, and fully herself. That calm, magnetic energy captures attention long before anyone notices the details of the outfit. She doesn't chase the spotlight. She simply becomes the most luminous presence in any room she enters. That is the real secret. The purpose of clothing isn't to impress someone else, but to express your identity, your story, your values, and your self-worth. When you dress in a way that reflects who you truly are, you become unforgettable because your energy speaks louder than any garment. The right fit or silhouette does a great deal of the work for you. Whether it's paired with a sharp leather jacket, a soft silk camisole, or a neatly pressed blouse, a well-chosen piece becomes a statement of confidence. It tells the world, "I know myself." It says, you don't need to prove anything because your presence already communicates enough. That kind of self-assured energy is impossible to ignore. People sense it before you even speak, and men especially respond to that quiet strength. The truth is that great style has nothing to do with chasing trends or copying younger women. You don't need to fight your age. Your age is your power. Real style is when your clothes reflect your wisdom, your personality, your journey, and your inner light. Fashion becomes meaningful when it aligns with your identity. It becomes a form of storytelling without a single word being spoken. When you wear something that fits well, supports your body, and feels good against your skin, it affects your entire posture and mood. You carry yourself with more confidence. You stand taller. You smile without forcing it. You move with ease and calmness. You feel comfortable and sure of yourself in ways that others notice immediately. Dressing this way is like stepping into your full strength. It reminds you of everything you've become over the years, and when you feel that strong from within, you glow in a way that no fabric alone can create. Your clothing is just the final layer. The real beauty comes from the story behind it, the self-awareness, the resilience, the maturity, and the confidence that only time can give a woman. And when all of that combines with style, the result is magnetic. Men don't just notice it, they admire it, respect it, and are drawn to it without fully understanding why. It's because authentic confidence can't be faked, and it can't be measured by age. It simply exists. People often notice these things even if they cannot clearly explain what feels different about you. It is not only about the way a piece of fabric brushes against your skin or how soft materials wrap around your body. It is also about the feeling it creates inside you, the quiet shift in your confidence, and the gentle reminder of your own value. Clothes, when chosen with care, do more than just cover the body. They influence your mindset and the way you carry yourself through your day. They shape the energy you give off before you even speak a single word. And then there is the special magic of jewelry, a type of beauty that holds meaning when selected with intention. The point is not to wear every shiny item you own, or to decorate yourself with loud, oversized pieces that scream for attention. The real beauty of jewelry appears when it enhances rather than overwhelms. The right piece blends with you. It adds to your presence without taking away from who you are. A survey published by Esquire magazine once showed that most men prefer when a woman wears just one or two pieces of jewelry, pieces that feel thoughtful and chosen with purpose. The reason is simple. This style quietly expresses taste, awareness, and a sense of personal identity. It shows you understand the idea that sometimes less truly is more. Think of a pair of delicate drop earrings that move lightly when you turn your head, catching the light in a way that feels warm and soft. Picture a thin necklace resting gently on your collarbone, drawing attention in a natural, effortless way. Imagine a beautiful bracelet worn with a simple dress, transforming the whole outfit into something unforgettable. These details are not just decorations. They are part of your story, small reminders of experiences, memories, or emotions that matter to you. They speak of your inner world. They reveal that you are thoughtful, intentional, and grounded. Jewelry worn by a confident woman carries a message. It says you do not feel pressure to follow every trend you see. You choose only what feels true to your spirit. There was a study back in 2012 by French researchers Gadjon and Lamy that showed women who wore subtle and tasteful jewelry were more likely to be approached in social situations than those wearing none at all. This doesn't mean jewelry defines you. Instead, it suggests that people respond to the quiet signals of self-awareness and self-respect. These small things matter. They influence how you move through the world, how you are seen, and how you feel about yourself. People often repeat the idea that beauty fades with age, but that belief is only half true. What actually fades is the temporary kind of beauty that depends on youth, trends, or surface-level appearance. Real beauty, the type that grows from the soul, deepens with time. It becomes richer, warmer, and more powerful as life shapes you. It shows up in the way a woman carries herself, the ease in her walk, the kindness in her eyes, the calm confidence in her smile, and the way she connects with others. True charm does not rely on flawless skin or a youthful glow. It comes from presence, from embracing who you are, and from living with authenticity. When a woman chooses her style with intention, she moves differently. There is a softness to her steps, a quiet strength in her posture, and an unspoken calmness that others feel immediately. Nothing about her style is forced or loud. Instead, she draws people toward her with a gentle magnetism. Every choice she makes, from a fitted pencil skirt that outlines her grace to a smooth silk blouse that feels light and soft, from a simple bracelet to a pair of elegant heels, adds to the story she carries. This story does not revolve around impressing anyone else. It reflects her personal understanding of who she is, what she believes in, and what she values. A woman like this does not merely get dressed. She expresses herself through fabric, colors, silhouettes, and accessories. Her style becomes a language without words. It echoes her wisdom, her growth, her confidence, and her refined taste. Even before she speaks, people sense something meaningful in her presence. There is an invisible aura around her, a feeling rather than a sight, and once you notice it, you cannot forget it. Small details contribute to this aura in powerful ways. The smooth feeling of silk touching the skin can make her stand taller. The gentle outline created by a well-fitted skirt can make her aware of her own femininity. The shine of a delicate necklace can remind her of her grace. All these details blend together to form a portrait of authenticity. While men might notice these things without consciously analyzing them, the deeper effect is on the woman herself. When she steps out the door, knowing she looks beautiful in her own way, she radiates a confidence that others naturally respond to. Her interactions become more effortless. Her presence feels more meaningful. Her smile carries more warmth. Her silence speaks volumes. Every entrance she makes becomes memorable without her ever trying to stand out. Fashion, in this sense, becomes more than clothing. It becomes a gentle tool of personal expression. It becomes a language that shows your inner world without needing to explain anything. It says you respect yourself enough to choose with care. It says you honor your identity, and you do not need fancy designers, expensive labels, or a huge wardrobe to achieve this. True style lies in simplicity, done with intention. It is found in choosing pieces that feel good to you, pieces that reflect who you are rather than who the world tells you to be. This type of confidence is magnetic. It draws attention, but in a calm and natural way. A woman who understands her style does not dress for validation or approval. She dresses for herself, and others can feel that truth. Her choices show a balance between her inner confidence and her outward elegance. This harmony is what makes her unforgettable. It is what makes her stand out without raising her voice. It is what makes people turn their heads for reasons they might not even understand. This is the quiet strength of style when it is guided by self-awareness, intention, and self-love. It becomes more than fashion. It becomes a reflection of your identity, a celebration of your journey, and a reminder of your worth. And when you step into the world carrying this awareness, you do not need to demand attention. Your presence speaks for you. You shine in a way that is natural, grounded, and impossible to ignore.